Hey guys, what's up? Scott from Family Ranch here today. We're coming to you from beautiful Vernon Township, New Jersey, where it's
Go to the mountain.
fall
There we go.
and there's nice hills and colors and all kinds of beautiful things to see. We have a 2024 VW Atlas that we're going to be reviewing today. It's our rent car, so we decided why not?
Yep.
And we've been driving it for about a week now, and we've enjoyed it. We have a few things that we've noticed about it that are a little quirky, but we'll go into all that as we go through. First of all, we're going to do a walk around to kind of give you a see of the outside of it. Again, 2024, it's a year old, maybe 2 years old. I guess the 2026s are probably out by now. But this is the SE trim model, trim level, and it has nice 20-inch alloy wheels on this particular build of it, and nice styling, European styling.
You got this little swoop in right here that kind of follows the car all the way down.
Yeah,
to the wheel well.
It looks good. If you come around here to the back, one of the things that I think is pretty cool is you got a nice, I believe that's just a regular 2-inch receiver hitch that is available on this particular one. And depending on, and this does depend on what your towing, package is, or whatever it is, the research that we could do on it, it can tow up to 5,000 pounds, which that's a pretty good amount for a little SUV.
For a little SUV like this, is pretty good.
Yeah. Next, we're going to take a look under the hood and kind of show you around there. All right, so we're going to see what we get here. I did find a little, okay, so yeah. All right, it's got the assistant hydraulic lifts there, quite nice. Now this surely has a beauty cover on it that's, long gone now, or maybe the rent company doesn't keep them on there, whatever happens. So actually kind of nice for us. We can see, nice layout of the wiring there. Your belt is on the side, this side, transversely mounted, inline 4. So for this model year, 2024, the inline 4 turbocharged, which this thing's been running, so that thing's a little hot, of course. You can see all the heat shielding around there.
Yep.
It's an inline 4 turbocharged 2.0 liter engine, and it is quite peppy. In fact, we had learning how to drive this thing. I kind of did a launch, let's just say.
Yeah, you did.
The front end just went like that. So
Mom did not like that.
No, Mom was a little.
I think if you're going to own this car, just for the longevity of the turbo and just to hear more turbo noises, I would get a cold air intake.
Yeah.
For a turbocharged vehicle to not have a cold air intake, that's kind of.
Yeah. There are things that you could certainly do. Now, with the research that we were able to do on this, I can tell you that the block is cast iron, the head is aluminum. I forget the word for it, but in this particular, it's not a Gen 4. I think it's an Evo 4. In the 2024, it's an Evo 4 engine built in Hungary, but a plant with that they have built to tighter specifications, or to build this engine with tighter specifications. There are in the head. Okay, so I had to look this up, but basically the Evo 4 engine is a new design, and I'm just going to kind of read some of this as it is, but it's different from earlier generations. The cylinder head and integrated exhaust manifold were redesigned around the turbo system to improve durability, response, and emissions. So this is a new design, and instead of a separate cast exhaust manifold, the runners are cast directly into the aluminum head, which I'm sure you could do more research about that if you wanted. I thought that was a neat little detail about that, and it improves turbo efficiency, it improves heat distribution, and I would have expected it would increase the longevity usefulness of the engine. The transmission is an 8-speed Tiptronic. made by Aisin, A-I-S-I-N. It's a Japanese company that other automakers use, Volvo being one of them. Even some Dodge vehicles use it, and it's part of the Toyota Motor Group, which I thought that was interesting too. And we found that the transmission shifts quite nicely. Actually, it's a joy to drive.
And it sounds really good.
Yeah, it does. So now that we're done with the engine bay, we'll take a look at the interior, starting with the driver's seat. Kind of go back all through that, and then we'll look at the infotainment system. So in the cockpit, I think the first thing that I noticed when I got in here is just the amount of room, not just headroom, but a body room. Now I'm tall, well, I'm 6 feet tall, so not super tall, not super short, but if you were a bigger person, if you're bigger and taller, I think that this is going to be a car that you're going to want to take a look at if you're in the SUV market and you maybe have a big family, or you need to tow some stuff every now and again, or whatever the case might be, because you've got plenty of room on your left, on your right. I think it's a great amount of space here for what it is. Everything feels good. The steering wheel feels great. The controls are easy to get to. You got 2 directions that you can control as far as the air conditioning, climate control, I guess I should say, for each side, which is kind of interesting. And there's plenty of leg room. I think this may be yeah. So, and if you really are tall, big, yeah, this would go way back.
It's insane how far these seats go back.
You've got an incredible amount of room in this car. There's no question about it. And we'll find that out as we keep going around.
Yeah, it just keeps getting bigger.
It's pretty amazing just the space. And I think what Zach and I decided was that this is the SUV for somebody who doesn't want a minivan.
Yep. You'll find out when we get into the back area, like the middle row, you'll see how much space, because that's where I've been the most of this trip. And
yeah,
there's so much space in there, man.
Yeah. Okay, so I kind of got ahead of myself, but looking at the steering wheel, you've got quite a bit of control, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite even sure what all of these things do.
I'll be able to help you with this. This right here is a heated steering wheel.
Oh.
That's the heated steering wheel.
Oh.
This right here is a voice command. This right here is, I would believe, maybe something over here, like
volume up and down, or
maybe, yes.
Selector, maybe.
Selector. Okay is okay, I think. That's like selecting things. This here could be Windows.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That part I don't know.
So this is kind of like, Jethro coming into the city. I mean, our cars are all old, and boy, these new ones have so many buttons on them. It's kind of like trying to play a PlayStation.
Yep. This is probably cruise control.
It is. Yeah, I've worked with the cruise control enough to get it functional.
Yeah. And then you also have paddle shifters.
Yes, the paddle shifters are quite nice.
Especially in a hilly area.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes, and it is hilly around here, so they've come in handy. The one thing I will say about paddle shifters in general, though, is that if I'm on a turn and I got to kind of figure out where the paddle is.
Because maybe if you want to downshift, but you think you're in...
Yeah.
You think you're downshifting, but you're actually upshifting.
But it's on the, that's just been a little bit odd.
That's how all paddle shifters are going to be, though.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with VW, I guess. Okay, well, let's take a look then in the back and see that. So here I am in the back, and you can see that I've got plenty of headroom here. This seat is pushed pretty far back, and I still have knee room to spare. The seat, I'm not used to this, but the seats in the back actually are controlled in a similar fashion as what I'm used to in like a passenger seat. So you've got the back that you can lean back, lean forward if you want, but you can also pull down here and move the seat forward. You have quite a bit of capacity to make changes and be comfortable depending on who you are. So then we're going to move on to this comfort system here in the center, which is very nice. for the second row passengers. They have the controls here, kind of like you would in a minivan or whatever, but
except this is in the console. The minivans have it like up
like
there.
up there, yeah.
So it's like a car. You're still in a car. You're not in a minivan.
So Zach can set his temperature back here however he wants it. We've
Yep.
got ours up there. We've got.
We'll
it's
say
all
the
zoned.
first. What happened the first day when we used this thing and we turned on the AC?
Oh yeah, max AC was all we could figure out. It was blowing. The fan was,
It sounded like
blowing.
a jet.
Yeah, it did. You can.
So this
move some
thing,
air.
you think it's only 2, which is bad, but it's actually fine. This thing can blow some air.
Yeah.
So
Good.
that's really good.
I haven't actually ridden back here. I've been driving the whole time.
yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So you have you have USB-C, 2 of them down there. I just switched over to a new phone, so that's been nice. You don't need a cigarette lighter in this car. There are none except for the third row passengers. They have a cigarette lighter style thing back there. And then, could you push the thing? It's a push on the right side.
Push on the right. Okay.
And then you have a 150? No.
110, 115 probably. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
115.
115.
150 watt.
150 watt. Yeah. So you have an AC back here. So
Yeah.
little outlet.
Which has actually been useful for us. Those of us who have lightning connectors and didn't have a cable, we could
Yeah.
at least plug in our charger, and we're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So now we're gonna move me. This is gonna be my first time to be in the back, so I'm really interested to see
How it feels.
Just how it feels. Okay, so this will be my first time getting in the back. Let's see how it goes. Kind of played with it before, but this little switch, yep, rocks that forward as you'd expect.
And then it's the same here.
Yep. All right. So I guess when we pull this, no, that's that.
I think you just pull it.
Pull that up there.
Yeah.
Okay. We got headrests back here, and one of the things I really appreciate about these, they go very high. So for a guy like me, now my head is touching back here at this point. I don't know if I have any. I don't think you have any control.
No, you don't. You're kind of stuck back here.
So, which is not, I mean,
It's a third row.
it's a third row. Usually people back here are going to be
Kids.
smaller kids, maybe. Or if an adult is back here, they're going to sort of expect it to be a little cramped. But look, I got room.
Yeah, you have.
I have room.
Touching.
This is amazing. This car is
Wait. You do this.
yeah.
I'm gonna get in this front area and put it where I like. Was it like if Mom was in? So she has it like really stinking close up. So this
Yeah.
is where it would be for her. And then if I had somebody in the back, and I had this much room, and I was like, oh man, let me give you some room. I could go all the way forward, have room,
Yeah.
and then you have that much more room.
Right.
And you can also adjust this, not headrest, but the part you lay on, so that you could have it go a little further forward.
Oh yeah.
But it honestly depends on who you're driving with. Is it a tall person up there, or if it's a short person, then you can bring this up, and then this person has just gobs of space.
Yeah. Yeah. So when Zach moved the 2 chairs up, then I've got even more leg room, knee room back here. So yeah, I'm not a huge guy again, but this is pretty
Bigger
impressive.
than a 10-year-old.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive. So, and I read I read a story about a guy, I think on a Reddit post or whatever, that sets all these things down, and he can put, I forget what size mattress, but he just puts a mattress in here and goes cross country, sleeps in his car, comfortable. Amazing. That's the VW ethos, right? Everybody remembers the bug, or the bus. I mean, everybody remembers the bus, and people going cross country in great numbers and all this kind of stuff. And I think it still lives on here. So as far as amenities are concerned, Each person has their own vent right here.
No controller, but
Yeah, no controller. Probably controlled by the rear controller there that we mentioned earlier. You can have 3 cups there of different sizes, I guess. And something
same
to
over
put stuff
here.
here. There's a couple of USB-Cs over here, looks like. And there's the good old cigarette lighter style
Yeah.
12 volt.
So you have 2 over there, and then Denny over there.
You don't have anything over, well, yeah, no, there's nothing over here.
So all the charging's over
see.
here.
Yeah,
So sit on this side.
yeah, or run the cable behind the chairs or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna lay all these things down and do a cargo space shot. We'll probably lay the third row down, take a look at that, load, and then do the second row. And then we're gonna say, can a base fit? I'm gonna crawl in here and see what it looks like. And I know what the answer is gonna be.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go into the rear cargo test here. First off, you got a push button, release there, motorized, nice feature. You've got a good amount of room here with the third row up. Of course, these are always kind of cramped in this case, but that's plenty of room, really. Spare should be there. It's not there. Jack. So, how do you get these things down? Well, same way that you adjust. Actually, I don't think I mentioned that, but you have some amount of adjustment there, even in the third row. We can lay these down, and then you got some room. Okay.
And if you're in a family of 4, then this will work.
And a base, not gonna fit. Not in that case. You're gonna have to put the other row down.
So it's not that.
Oh, that's right. It's this one right here.
This right here.
Yeah. So use that. Just let it go down. Of course,
Make sure you have to pull it all the way back.
Yeah. And make sure that you got room against the second and first row.
Move it
so that will. Yeah. Okay. You want to make sure, because you could hit that. We noticed that you could run into trouble there, but yeah. Okay.
Now the base test. We know it's going to fit, but the question is, how are you going to make sure that it doesn't get damaged in transport?
In this case, you're going to have to tie it down or something because it's got so much room. Look at this.
Okay, so to put this in perspective, for anybody who hasn't watched our Mazda CX-30 review,
Yes.
his head, put your head where you were in the CX-30.
My head in the 630 was right here.
So his head on the
It's on
630
this
was on the
somewhere.
armrest thing that holds stuff.
Yeah, center console.
So yeah, center console.
Yeah.
No, stay there.
Oh, okay.
So this is how much more space you are getting compared to, say, a compact size, little car.
Yeah.
Basically, which
It's like a subcompact.
subcompact. So
SUV,
obviously
yeah.
it's bigger, but for people like us, seeing this much room is insanity. So I'd say it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 hands.
Yeah.
My hands are like what?
A hand.
How long is my hand?
I don't
My
know.
middle finger.
8
But that's a
inches
lot.
Maybe?
Huh?
8 inches maybe?
So that's
6,
like
8?
2 feet.
Yeah.
It's like 2 feet of room right there, which is insane.
Yeah.
So now it makes a little more sense why the guy could have like a mattress in here.
Yeah. Right.
So then how would you tie stuff down?
Well,
Kind of asking the question on the fly.
Yeah, I know. I see these. I'm not sure that I would use that. You got something here going on. We didn't really check this part out.
Right here.
You got these right here, actually.
That's what you use to tie down something.
Okay. You got these right here.
They thought about this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they sure did. So
You could actually work out in here.
and you know what? We have found that these little cubbies right here are very useful.
Yes. I actually put jelly in there.
Oh, okay.
Because no one was in there. And we put like bags and stuff in the
No, a few yogurts the big yogurts can fit there.
Yogurts can fit in here.
Milk or eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, hooks there, looks like. It's a great space.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're gonna actually start to drive this. We'll get into the cockpit. We'll start the engine, we'll look at the infotainment center, and then we'll drive around here in the parking lot before we get on the road. Okay, and as far as storage up here, I know we kind of missed this before, but you got nice cubby here. This is a magnetic charger for a phone.
Be careful, it does get hot.
Yeah, they do get hot. We've got 2 USB-C connectors up here, 2 cup holders, engine start, stop, parking brake.
Electric parking brake.
Yes, electric parking brake. And you push this for reverse, push this for drive or sport. Cubby hole here, nice space in there for things. And I think this is a neat space down here where we have an umbrella, but and it's also a space where you can lose stuff, we found. It'll drop down in there and be right there, but that is a neat, clever use of space, I think. Okay, so now let's start this thing up. All right, so this is, I guess, the main menu screen. We have telephone, radio, navigation, vehicle settings, Apple CarPlay, which we have been using, basic sound settings help, and then just software settings there. You've got your climate you can tap into here, and then you've got, a number of options here. Heated seats in our case, cooled seats, both sides. Turn the AC, I actually have to tap that to turn the system on, get the AC going. We've got a fan speed setting here. These are synced right now, both set on high. Actually, it's starting to warm up outside, so
you could probably bring it
probably
down.
gonna, bring it back down there. I've also found that this thing always works for each person, so it doesn't matter what screen you're on, which is a nice, right? Okay, so that works no matter where you're at. That took us a little while. It took me a little while to find.
You can't do them at the same time, though.
Oh, you can't? Isn't that interesting?
See, I can do this, but you can't control yours. Now we're both stuck.
Now you're both stuck. Interesting.
So you have to...
So don't get in any fights on the, just stay calm. Okay. One thing I've noticed here, that this is one of these start-stop cars. You can turn this off, but you have to turn it off every time.
It really doesn't want you to turn it off.
It really doesn't want you to do that. Tire pressure, it'll tell you tire pressures, which we found this is odd. I think we need to do some tire pressure work on this car. Anyway, so yeah.
So now we are going to do a little bit of a launch test just to see how it handles. We are in sport mode, and we're in this, nice parking lot. So we'll just see how it feels. And I'll be on the outside so you can see what it looks like. I guess this is a rolling launch. So interestingly enough, you actually hear the turbo. So that right there is interesting, because when you're inside, you don't hear the turbo. We'll do a little bit of a pull when we start driving. Oh God. He's gonna hit the brake. Wow. I think he slammed on it. I think he was there and just boomed there, and it was done.
Yeah, wow. So I should have been talking all that
See
way.
what he has to say.
But
Was that full pump?
yeah, that was full brake.
Yeah, he stopped really fast. It was like,
It is.
Interestingly enough, I could really hear the turbo.
Yeah, I heard.
On the outside.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now we're going to do a little bit of a test drive, and we will talk about the driving experience.
Okay, we're on. So, on to the test drive. We found that in the mountains, this car does very well. And of course, plenty of power. There's no want, at least from what I can tell. Maybe other cars we drive will find different, but it has plenty of power to do what it needs to do. The one thing I will say about it is I think, just from my background, that sport mode is what you should be in the mountains, and that's not necessarily because you're going to be whipping around, but it's because the revs are higher. The shift points are different, and
keeps you in a lower gear.
It keeps you in a lower gear going up and down, which are both interesting, or important, I should say. And one of the things I've found interesting is that I don't know this, but I think the system, when you're going downhill and it sees that you're, speeding up, it seems to keep it in a lower gear there too. It seems to shift. I may be wrong about that, but I've noticed what seems to make me think that. If it is, that's great. It's made for the mountains. If not, well, then maybe it's just, happy accidents. But it does have a tendency in eco mode to keep it in a higher gear, even when you're kind of chugging up a hill, and you look and the tachometer is sitting at 1100. That
Save
to me,
fuel.
Yeah, that to me is just too low, man. I mean, it should shift. So sport mode to me makes a lot more sense. It may keep it up in the higher 1000s or even into the 25s or whatever with regular driving.
Mm-hmm.
And if you mash it, obviously it'll go higher.
Yeah, we did a little bit of a test of eco and sport a little bit, and when you floor it in eco, it barely moves. So
it does not want to downshift. And I had it down to I had the pedal to the metal, so to speak, earlier. It just wouldn't go. So one thing I will say about the pedal feel on this car, the accelerator is mushy. You have to really push it in before anything starts happening. However, the brake pedal is direct. And when we were coming out of the parking lot of the rental car company, I tapped the brakes. I thought I tapped the brakes, and the thing came to a screeching halt. It's taken a bit for me to get used to. Now, I have gotten used to it, and it's like anything. If you live with it long enough, you get used to it, and it's fine. The brake power is amazing, and I love that. I have to remember, or I've come to the conclusion that I have to think about this car as if I'm driving my Dodge Ram 1500.
Because those brakes are insane.
Those brakes are too, but of course it's a truck and it's meant to
for
stop
towing.
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
And the other reason is parking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We'll find a parking spot and show.
I cannot park this car. Especially if I'm making a right turn into the parking. Watch out, little squirrel. Go, bud, go.
Oh my
You're going to
gosh.
get yourself mushed. I'm trying to help you. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Especially if it's a right turn, I come in too close to the car to the right of me. And I leave a lot of space to the left.
It's the trade-off with having a bigger vehicle is it's hard to park. This is not a Camry.
Yeah. When I've gotten into my mind that I'm driving a truck. I'm not driving a truck. This isn't a truck. It's not on a truck frame. I checked that out. But it's so wide. It's a wide boy.
Yes.
So you almost have to, when you go in, you almost have to to think in terms of hitting actually the right, bumper.
Left.
Well, I mean the right side bumper, my
Oh.
left side, I guess. Yeah, my left side against the right side bumper of, there's the Appalachian Trail, 1,000 feet ahead.
Trail, yep.
Man, that's cool. If I do that, which is how I park my trucks, and then, swing the wheel around to miss it, every once in a while I'll get it right. All right, well, so there you have it. This is our review, the family wrench review of the 2024 Volkswagen Atlas SE. I hope it's been helpful to you, and if this has been helpful to you, then give us some comments below, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see you next time.